Good morning dear students. Today I am going to discuss with you topic factors affecting capital structure decision. Before starting the topic, once again I am going to revise what is the meaning of capital structure. Capital structure means proportion of debt and equity used to finance various operations of business. Every business organization, when going to make its capital structure, they have to choose how much portion of debt they should involve in their capital structure and how much portion of equity they should involve, or they should uh, include in their capital structure only equity. So they have to decide it. So now today's topic is what factors should be considered by a finance manager to decide about capital structure. So students, first factor is cash flow position. Cash flow position means what is the inflow in the business on cash outflows. Whatever investment business is doing, whatever expenses business is doing, how much profit business is earning from that very investment and expenses. This is called as cash outflow and inflow. So students, if cash flow position of a business organization is good, there is good inflows in the organization, that organization can go for debt, because on the debt fixed amount of interest is paid. So if cash flow position is good, business organization can choose debt in its capital structure. Now I am going to discuss rest of the factors with you. So students, first factor I discussed with you, that is cash flow position. Now I am going to discuss second factor, that is risk consideration. Students, in a business organization there can be two type of risk: financial risk and business risk. Financial risk is that risk when a business is unable to meet its fixed financial charges. If a business organization has to pay interest on debt and that business organization is unable to pay that interest, so that will be considered as a situation of financial risk. And what is business risk? In the business there are so many expenses incurred, like payment of rent of the building, payment of salary to the permanent staff, as well as insurance premium. All these expenses is called business expenses. If a business organization is unable to meet all these expenses related to business, rent, salary, premium, etc., so that situation, that risk is called as business risk. So students, here I want to conclude that if in a particular business organization, if business risk is high, there are so many business expenses, that business organization should not go for debt, because by issuing debt their financial risk will also increase. So if business risk is high, that business organization should not go for debt. But if business risk is low, that organization can go for debt. Next is interest coverage ratio. By calculating interest coverage ratio, we can calculate how many times from the earnings of the business organization a business can pay its interest on debt. From the total profits, how many times that business organization can pay interest. So, and the formula is interest coverage ratio is equal to EBIT. EBIT, you know, earning before interest and tax divided by interest. So whatever ratio we are calculating, suppose I am getting 7 times ICR ratio. It means this company from its earning 7 times can pay interest. From the total earnings of the business organization, that business can pay interest 7 times. So, if ICR of a company is high, that company can go for debt because that company can pay interest on debt easily. But if ICR is low, that company should not go for debt. Next is debt service coverage ratio, DSCR. This is also a method. By calculating DSCR ratio, we can conclude that business organization should go for debt or not. Formula is profit after tax plus interest plus non-cash expenses, example depreciation, upon preference dividend, means dividend on preference share, plus interest repayment obligation. Interest repayment obligation means payment of interest on the debt. So, if DSCR ratio of a company is high, it means that company also is able to pay interest as well as preference dividend both easily from its profits, from its earnings. So, if DSCR ratio is high, company can go for debt, and if DSCR ratio is low, company should not go for debt. That will be considered as risky position. Now students, I will discuss with you next factor, that is cost of debt. What is the cost of debt? Cost of debt is interest. So, if in the market interest on debt, or you can say debentures, is going on high rate of interest is going on debenture or loan, in that situation business organizations should not issue debt. They should not take loan, etc. So, but if cost of debt is going on low, interest on debt is low, companies can go for debt. Next is cost of equity. Every equity shareholder purchases shares of the company in expectation of good return. And the good return is called as dividend. But if a business organization with the equity is going on to issue debt also, if a business organization with equity has issued debt also, it means that company has to pay interest on debt, and when interest on debt a company has to pay, that interest on debt is paid before the payment of dividend to equity shareholders. When a company has to pay interest on debt as well as dividend on equity shares, then firstly interest on debt will be paid. After that, whatever remaining from that very profit, dividend on equity shares will be paid. But when a company is issuing debt with the equity, then risk of equity shareholders also increases. They comes in a confusion that whether profits will remain after payment of interest to debt or not. If no profit will be remain, then they will not be paid anything. Then it means their risk is increasing, and when somebody's risk increases, their expectations from the company increases. It means they will expect more dividend from the company because at that very time they are taking more risk. So in that situation, cost of equity will increase, and when cost of equity increases, then price of equity share decreases in the market. So cost of equity must be considered while issuing debt. Unlimited amount of loan or debt should not be taken by the company, otherwise it will affect the equities also negatively. Then last point I am going to discuss is flotation cost. Flotation cost means cost of issuing securities. Securities means your shares, debentures, all these are called as securities. So whatever cost is incurred in issuing them, like giving advertisement, printing of prospectus, appointment of brokers. So all these expenses are called as flotation cost. So while selecting debt or equity, flotation cost must be considered. Different sources of finance have different flotation cost. So if any of the source of finance is having more flotation cost, like equity shares are having more flotation cost, so more flotation cost makes the source less attractive. So flotation cost must be considered while choosing debt or equity. So students, today I discussed with you 7 factors affecting capital structure decision. First, I discussed with you cash flow position. If cash flow position is good, company can go for debt. Risk consideration. If business risk is low, company can go for debt. Interest coverage ratio. If interest coverage ratio is high, companies can go for debt. Debt service coverage ratio. If debt service coverage ratio is high, companies can go for debt. Otherwise, not. Cost of debt must be considered while choosing from debt or equity. Cost of equity must be considered while choosing debt or equity. Flotation cost must be considered while selecting from debt or equity. So students, I hope the topic is clear to you all. Even then you have any doubt, you can discuss with me right now. Thank you students.